Can you hear me?
Yes.
Garland, where are you, Garland? And thank you, Billy, for the introduction. Chu Phillips. Chu Phillips, how are you?
Chu Phillips.
Yeah, thank you for getting everybody in through the gate. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Everyone, good early afternoon, I guess. I've been here before. If you don't recognize me, I haven't grown 1 inch. And I think I just gained a few pounds, that's all. Well, listen, I'm going to make my remark very short because just look at the layout here. Okay, you're going to enjoy the visual, the culinary offering in this place. So I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can. And Chinese like the number 6, 8, 9. Okay, so I have 9 slides. So I'll try to talk as fast as I can. And here we go. All right, may I have the next slide, please? Signs in Chinese calendar, right? They are all basically livestock, right? Except one, dragon, which is actually a pretty mythical creature, a little feature from any one of among the 11. Okay, and now it is regarded one of the most auspicious and propitious sign among the 12. And Chinese people believe, I think I believe too, I guess, they are the descendant of dragons. So what are some of the characteristics of the dragon? Personality, characteristics? They are mysterious, imaginative, and elusive. I don't think either one of them are particularly great. Now, they talk about dragon, though. They are ambitious, if you look at that, energetic, and leadership. Sometimes, though, they are a little bit arrogant, relentless, and elusive. So, you see the laughing dragon here? I want you, don't take this too seriously, okay? All of this. But I also want to yield the dragon. So next one, please. All right. If you have seen that, after me, if you have experienced that, I'm sorry, but for those who haven't seen it, I'll just go through it with you very briefly. Chinese New Year, traditionally, the celebration is almost the whole month. Almost the whole month. And basically it's divided into 2 parts. 7 days to prepare for it, 16 days to celebrate. Now, with the new China, they change it day 8. They say you gotta go back to work. Okay? But in the old days, we kind of, drink and have fun all the way until the 15th. Now, there's some interesting part here. The first 7 days, they said, well, clean up and get your grocery and everything else. Back then, there's a vacuum cleaner here, but that's new, okay? It used to be just scooper. Okay, so it's taking a lot of time. There's no Walmart and there's no Costco, so you have to shop it in the open market and prepare the food at home. Usually, unfortunately, it's the wife. Okay, so they gotta have a lot of lead time to prepare for the event. So the big deal in the Chinese New Year, there are 3 days. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the last day, the Lantern Festival. There are 3 big days. I'll talk a little bit about all 3 of them. Oh, before the New Year's Eve, you also need to put up the decoration, okay, that in front of your house, like the couplet and some special signs, which I'll talk about a little bit more. New Year's Eve is basically a reunion dinner, the whole family. And I remember that back then, decades ago, and in Guangzhou, I don't know, we have 4 or 5 tables, so the family all get together. What I remember the most, I can stay up all night. Okay, and the terrace, that was just absolutely fantastic. New Year's Day, New Year Day is the first of the new year, typically you firework and you watch lion dance in your neighborhood. And what I enjoy the most is that in China, at least in our household, in southern China, the red envelope with good luck money, that's on New Year's Day. Once we get a look at that, oh, gee, there's only 5, I'm just kidding. There's good luck, okay, we really enjoy that. And going toward the rest of the New Year's Day, from the 2nd all the way to the 14th, you kind of hang out with your friends, relatives, travel a little bit. On the 15th, there's a Lantern Festival. That's very meaningful because you have relatives visiting you and everybody getting exhausted and tired. And so the lantern, they hang out outside, say, well, now you can leave, okay? So it's a very friendly gesture also. And the Lantern Festival, you have the lanterns. I'm sure you saw some of them. Actually, Daniel Stowe Garden, you had an exhibit 2 or 3 years ago about the lanterns. And the other thing is very special. On the last day, you have the sweet dumpling round. Talk about round. There's a lot of rounds about China. This is a great symbol of connectedness and unity and togetherness. Okay, look at you around you, round table. Okay, that's why you can talk to each other, not talk at each other. You got a long table. You have to say, hey, can you hear me? No, this is the right way. Now, look at the family gathering, New Year's Eve, round table. At the end, the dumpling is not like the square dumpling, the long dumpling you used to have here. It's round, same meaning. That's a special meaning. Now, the next couple of slides, I'm going to show you what we do in our household. In our household, we're empty nesters, so we don't have to go through all the elaborate stuff. My wife say amen. She doesn't have to do as much, but we do something, okay? I told you that before New Year's Eve, you put all the decorations up. The lanterns and the couplets, they all symbolize, they're all in red. Red's good luck, all right? And we used to do it actually when I was younger, but now we did something very simple. This is the garage door of our house. You see this Chinese character in there? What is the character? What is it? The word is blessing, fu, okay? But take my word for it. This is hung upside down. There's a reason for that. Phonetically, that fu is blessing. Fu, dao liao, that's upside down. Is coming to your house. Oh yes, oh yes. That's what we do. And that's very simple. You put it all 3 doors, so we're done. We barely put up on your collected all the Christmas decorations, so I think that she did a great job. The other ceremony we do, ever since I was born, actually, or recognize what's going on at least. New Year's Eve is the day that you pay respect to your ancestors. Okay, we do that all the time. And used to be much more elaborate. We had incense and tables and chopsticks, 4 or 8 of them. But now we're kind of making simple. You can see that. There are 2 dishes you gotta have. 2 dishes. One is fish. Fish, that means in Chinese, you get leftover, okay? You're not starved, okay? You get leftover. Fish has to be on the plate. The other one is the sticky year cake, okay? That's the first plate in front of you. And the year cake in Chinese is called Nian Gao. That means you grow up taller every year. But that means you're getting better. You get promoted, you're getting prosperous. So those are simple. Those 2 are the key dishes. The rest, the more the better, right? But those are the 2 key dishes. Next one, red envelope. I already talked about that. If our grandsons here, they're in New Jersey, we do that. We still give it to our kids. They are almost, some in the 40s, some in the early 50s. They still get that. They say, oh no, I said, well, to us, you're still a kid. So we do that. So those are some of the kind of things that we do every year in the house. Talk about dragons. China is really big on dragons. This is called 9 Dragon Wall. It's right in the Forbidden City in Beijing. So Emperor sees that every day. And it's 70 feet long, about 11 feet high. Okay, big deal. And there are 3 of those in China. 2 in Beijing, 1 is at a state or province where the terracotta soldier was unearthed. So that used to be the old Chinese capital in the area, so far inside the interior of China. Now, actually a lot closer to us, closer to all of you. Okay, here it comes. Next one.
Yeah, ready.
You know what it is, right? I think many of you have participated in our event, and Foot Lion is one of the teams that was in our first event and in every event in the Dragon Ball race ever since 2006. So you've been a great sponsor also. So we're going to welcome you back, and really good luck that you can recruit more people to the festival. Also, join our Dragon Ball Club. Okay, talk to some of the people in there. We are a racing team, but we also provide recreational pedaling as a community building contribution. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay, if you're hungry, bear with me for 2 more minutes. I do have to show you this slide. Foot Lion. I'm sorry, you can't quite read that, okay? But if you want to come closer to read it, feel free. During 2021, that's a year at the height of anti-Asian hate crime. We appeal to Foot Lion, and Foot Lion step up to make an extra very significant contribution to us, because we told them that we're going to help to work very hard to connect a very diverse, there are about 23 ethnicities. The only language we speak under each other is English. Okay, that's really, really unique. We want to connect them. People on the outside, they say you're Chinese, you're Korean, you're Vietnamese. Little do they know that it is connected from Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, all the way to Guam, Japan, south all the way to Indonesia, and everything else in between. So we said, and also Asian community is just like every other racial group. We have well-to-do people, we have poor people. In fact, we are 13% poverty level versus a national 10%. Okay, so it's not, we have a lot of underserved part. So thank you so much for Foot Lion to help us organize that. And out of your help, we have now connected 4 aligned organizations to serve the Asian community. You saw all the alphabets here. I want to give you an example of each one, what they're doing. The first one's the Asian American Foundation for the Carolinas. And they are responsible to take on the workforce development program for the underserved community. They're working hard on that. We have, I believe we have good partnership forged with CPCC, so going forward, I'm hoping that we get something very positive. Come down, you've been coming to the festival, you see the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? But it's mostly they're just good, okay? Community outreach event. And this year, we are trying to highlight the cancer survivor divisions, okay? We like to partner with one of the 2 local providers to forge on their better service, better delivery, and faster service to part of the Asian community. They are not very good, the language, their language challenge. So we need to develop navigators, help them how to maneuver the process so that they can get faster delivery. So that's one of the key objectives. Asian Chamber of Commerce, the top one, that's founded in 1999. And that's one that some of you heard about. Our focus this year is very simple. We have a 10 months, once a month, program to education program for small businesses, mostly Asian small businesses. And with a goal to help them to uplift their performance and hopefully the standard, trying to get a boat, rising tide. Okay, the 10 month, there will be English, virtual streaming in at least 3 different ethnic languages of Asia. I think it's Laos, Burmese. I hope we can do the Montagnards also. So this is a major undertaking. We're also helping those language challenged small business to apply for grants. In fact, we sit down with them to work on the grants. There's a big handicap. They talk about, so I was about to say a joke, but hopefully. The last one at the bottom is a mouthful. Universal Institute of Successful Aging in the Carolinas, UISAC. An organization we partner with actually coming out of Asian Chamber to serve as a South Asian seniors. And they are going to be a tremendous resource as we go on this healthcare area. We want to make sure we embrace the Asian community 360 degrees, make all the separate silos connected together, more cohesive, more engaging, and be a more productive member of the Greater Charlotte, Greater Carolina family. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. So thank you again very much for getting us started on the right track. That's it.
Your partnership with Food Line, thanks for everything you do for the communities. Thank you for establishing and leading and nurturing all these wonderful organizations that help extend into these underrepresented communities. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your long time leadership. And Sherman, thank you for this wonderful piece of art. I don't know if we have a wall designated for this yet. Latanya, you and your team, if you could help us maybe find a good place to display that, that would be amazing. That's how, it's amazing. And the fact you did it so quickly. I couldn't do that in 5-6 years.
I just looked up at YouTube and learned it last night.
You're going to start building a 9-dragon wall. This is number 1, right?
9 more to go. Good. Next, please, there's plenty of food. I hope everyone's going to continue eating. But next, I want to introduce Mr. Johnny Diamond, who leads our lion dance team. They're getting set up. And I'll let him talk a little bit about the tradition of the lion dance. And a lot of people get this confused with the dragon. So it's the year of the dragon, but that is a lion. And the lion dance is very significant in the New Year celebration for kicking off the year. It is meant to bring a lot of good luck. Some of you may get fruits and vegetables rained down upon you during this dance, and I'll let Johnny explain what that means. It's not a bad thing.
And a couple of volunteers. So please enjoy. This is our traditional Southern style line dance. We've added some cool features and fun things for the new year. Hope you enjoy it.
But this is a tremendous performing group. So are you going to announce your dance, or is this a Mongolian dance? Okay. Thank you, Isabel.
Thank you. My name is Isabel Huang from Pacific Arts Troupe. So thank you so much, Food Line, inviting us to be here today. So this dance we have been presented at last year's Thanksgiving parade, and also our group showcased this Mongol dance at the Central Stage performance. So today you will enjoy a smaller mini version of that Mongol dance. And after that, we will have an interaction demo with you. You will have a short 1-minute tutorial. So please enjoy. about a Mongol horse. So the horses are presenting their perseverance character throughout harsh environments, like they cross desert and also going through the environment with snowy days. So please enjoy the Mongol horse.